I would like to share my experience during the foundation of yoga course, one of which was our Nidhi Dhyasans. I distinctly remember for a particular week when we had to choose which yam or niyam we would like to practice for that week. I chose non-violence or ahimsa. Now, most of us associated ahimsa with big names like Gandhiji or Martin Luther King. But then through that week, I realized that non-violence was not just physical pain. It was not just inflicting injury. And I'm sure most of us don't indulge in that. But ahimsa is basically not hurting anyone or not having the intention to harm someone. Something which we usually do when we choose the words that we use through our thoughts, our behavior, and many times just the tone of our voice. I realized that through the day, there were many times when I would practice conversations where I would respond in a way where I wanted to give it back to the person I was talking to, or I really wanted to hurt somebody because I felt hurt in the conversation, or sometimes I would just talk about people like things like gossip, where I didn't realize that it was not something where I primarily wanted to hurt somebody, but all of us know that gossip eventually leads to harm. The other place where I thought that I need to practice non-violence is in the way I think. We don't realize that thoughts are something which are not visible, so we assume that it's something which can't hurt somebody. But thoughts are so powerful because the more we nourish them, there is a more chance that they can be a reality. How we think about people is like, I don't like her, and why is she getting all the good things, or isn't she so bad? Things like that don't sometimes come out visibly, but they do if they are kind of dealt with a long time, cause harm because it can change the way we respond to people, it can change the way how we deal with our relationships, and so thoughts do make a impact in our life. To sum it up, we really need to be careful of the words that we use when we are with people, and especially the thoughts that we indulge in when we are alone. So this was my experience with ahimsa, and although after my FOI, I have tried my best to stick to it, there have been times when I do feel that there are lapses, but on those particular days is when I realized that this particular non-ahim violence also needs to be practiced with me. I think we need to be kind to ourselves also. And this whole experience has been a real heartwarming experience for me.